pain in your fat. You got me on my knees praying for everything you lack. I ain't afraid of you. I'm just a victim of your fear. You cower in your tower praying that I'll disappear. I got another plan, one that requires me to stand on the stage or in the street. Don't need no microphone to beat. And if you hear this song, if you ain't dead, then sing along. Banging stronger than that, brother, you get where you belong. I got a list of demands written on the front.
All right, Tribe, we're here right now with Aaron Thomas. Aaron's the founder and owner of Progenex. And Aaron, first off, just a big thank you from all of us here at Iron Tribe Fitness for partnering with us here at TribeVibeTV, providing this awesome Athlete of the Month award. Just talk about your company, kind of how it started, and just the I guess core values behind it.
All right, it's been almost 2 years. We started last November of '09, so before then it had been around for a couple years, but at the time it really hadn't grown very much. It was unflavored, unbranded. We came across it, my partners and I, and saw that it had good products, decided to invest in it, and the first thing we did was do the deal with CrossFit to be the lead sponsor of the games last year. And so we basically bet the future of the company on CrossFit and on the fact that if we had a product that actually worked and that people could see and feel the difference after they worked out, we thought that even a community such as CrossFit that was traditionally somewhat anti-supplement for good reason would embrace us. And so we bet everything on that, and started out with those first regionals. It was kind of a cold reception because everyone was kind of like, what's this new supplement company coming in trying to, capitalize on CrossFit or whatever. And so, after we kind of got out there and got out to, event after event after event, people started to get to know us and started experiencing the product. It was, it quickly changed by the time, actually that was sectionals, and then by regionals, it was a lot different. And so really, I mean, we're basically just focused on performance athletes. All the stuff you're going to find in the stores is more, for the most part, for the general market. You're going to have people that aren't that serious about fitness, that are more price conscious, taste conscious than, performance, and care as much about what they put in their body. And so we want to be the company that no matter what, you always know if you're buying a Progenex product, it is going to be the best on the market, period. Hands down, no matter what it is.
Well, recently had a chance to go onto your Facebook page, saw Kobe Bryant taking some Progenex. Obviously, it's becoming more and more of a thing where, you're seeing athletes that are well known. You list a bunch of them on your site taking your supplement. How cool is it for you to see where it's come from just a couple of years ago to where it is now and growing with CrossFit, which is obviously growing very fast?
It's really cool. Just today, someone tweeted an article that Mrs. United States was mentioned us in taking us. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty amazing, just ongoing what's going on, and more people that we're finding out about. I get, on Twitter, I got all these guys in England that are big rugby stars that came across us, love us, and are talking about us, and are kind of the equivalent of the superstars over here, and so it is pretty cool to see, a brand that a couple years ago didn't exist or nobody really knew about, and now pretty recognizable, and a lot of that's due to how fast CrossFit's grown, and what Reebok's been able to do for exposure for us and every other company within CrossFit. And so it's pretty exciting to see just kind of the transition from a sport in its infancy to what's becoming mainstream. And so it's exciting to think about that with the progression just over the last couple of years that we've been involved, where we're going to be next year, 2 years from now.
Well, one thing, Tribe, people watching, we're once again sitting down with Aaron Thomas from Progenex, owner and founder of Progenex. Aaron, one thing that we're going to be doing with this segment, it's our first ever time doing it, but we're going to continue to develop it, is kind of use our relationship with you to do interviews like this with some of the top athletes around and let them talk a little bit about their experience with Progenex, how it meshes with their workouts, so on and so forth. Talk about your relationships with the CrossFit athletes. Obviously, you have some great ones, and it's been something to really help you get your product out there into the affiliate world, because that is your distribution model.
Yeah, and that's been very, very key for us. I mean, we decided when we did the deal with CrossFit, we knew that we had to win the hearts and minds of the athletes, and not just the people at the top of the food chain, but those of us that, whether we're athletes or not, we're not decision makers within, CrossFit main site. And so we thought the best way to kind of get in with everyone else is to get the product out there to the athletes, let them experience it, and just let them tell people what they thought. And so we sent out a bunch of samples early on just to get feedback from a lot of the athletes, and basically sat back and just waited to hear from who really enjoyed it and who liked it, and so the cool thing is most of the athletes, like we didn't know until the games that a lot of those athletes were taking Progenex until we saw the video of Dan Bailey, and when he mentioned he was taking it, we didn't know that. Pat Barber stopped by our booth and grabbed a bag. We didn't know that he liked our product, and just a number of things happened. My Annie Thorisdottir's parents stopped by the booth and bought some product, and so it was pretty cool to see. Obviously we know a lot of them that have been using it, but they've been so critical. I mean, guys like Chris Spieler and Rob Orlando and Jason Khalipa and just a bunch of these guys that really early on were the early adopters. And they've been very vocal, and that has been huge for us. I mean, not only just when people see that they're wearing our shirts or taking our product, but they're, a lot of them are out, on the certification seminars, and so they get a chance to kind of one-on-one where people they tell me about how many people will come up to them and be like, all right, is Progenex really good, or are you just doing it because they give it to you, or they're paying you, what's the real story here? And so that's been real important to us, that especially now that we're starting to get approached by a ton of athletes, and what's more important to us is just that they really believe in the product, because it just shows through. When you talk to any of our athletes, they're very real about it, and you know that they're not just doing it because they get it for free. Any supplement company will give it to them for free. Sure. Rich Froning could call up any company he wants and say, hey, I just won the CrossFit Games this year. I'd be interested in taking your supplement. That they're going to give it to them for free. So, all of our athletes have that option of what to take, and and we feel very fortunate that they choose to go with us.